Join us today for a channel update, January 1st, 2025. It's the Geek Cabal channel. I'm Bobby.
I'm Chad.
Today we're going to be talking about kind of a 2024 wrap-up and where things are going in 2025, or at least hopefully, because we cannot see the future. Or at least I can't. I don't know if Chad can. I'd like to.
If I could, I would have won the lottery by now.
Yeah, probably.
And you would have some more money too.
Probably would have avoided a few things if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So over the last year, we have gained a number of subscribers.
Yep.
I'd have to look back, but I want to say right now we're at 460 some odd. I want to say we've gained 150, 200 in that time. I think I could be wrong on that. But yeah, go ahead and get the major change out of the way just in case you missed it. There was another gentleman here with us, Brad, who passed away, and we did a video memorializing him previously. And he is missed.
He is.
Then we've done our convention coverage, and this was the third year that we had Gen Con coverage, right? Because whenever we first started, it was just before Gen Con, so third year for that. And I'd like to believe that we're learning lessons each time, so
that we're just making updated videos with the same stuff every year.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to. And by the way, be on the lookout. The first Gen Con video will be here sooner than you think.
Because tickets go on sale soon.
February, like first or second weekend of February, I think. But anyway, that'll be for another video. But do keep an eye out on those, and I'm going to try to stay a little more on top of those because there were some I talked about last year making that I never got around to. And I actually still have videos from the convention that I still haven't put up yet. It's mainly just like I think the costume contest or something like that. Then I was going to add it all together. And I still plan on doing that. In editing these other videos, it takes a lot of time. We have lots more Battletech stuff to come. So I'm going to do all the unboxings from the Mercenaries Kickstarter stuff. That's going to take, like if I space those videos out, that could last us into like March. I've already done several, I just haven't published yet. And there are new source books that are out, I don't have yet, plus a couple other backlogs I'm going to get, and plenty of novels that I bought at Gen Con last year. I can now say last year. So definitely more stuff on that. Chad and I have started the other podcast. We're talking
Toys, Tabletop, and Beyond.
And we just recorded the 5th episode earlier today.
Spoiler alert, goes heavy into the Beyond.
Yeah, it sure was. So we do have that. We do plan on continuing both, and we're trying to alternate, but it really just depends on everyone's schedules.
Yep.
And that's the major limiting factor, because we are talking about trying to schedule 4 people. Like we were able to get together and make a Christmas episode, all 4.
We were, all 4. Surprise, surprise. All 4, even Jimmy, Owen, everybody.
And 2 minutes into it, the sound makes a big metallic screech and then cuts out. Comes back in like an hour into it. And I don't think I'm going to put just that part because, again, we're pretty far into the Beyond at that point.
Yeah, because we discussed, like, Christmas traditions we usually do.
Yeah.
Favorite Christmas movies.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about all the Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
It's just that I can't make the sound work. Like, where it drops out, I can turn it up. But because of our different vocal levels, to be able to hear me,
I'm yelling.
Chad is blasting you out, and because it raises the decibel levels. Okay, so it's going to blast out your speakers is the problem, and I don't want to do that to you fine folks or myself editing it. I'm going to watch the part where the sound works, and if I'll get it in there if there's stuff there. But I don't know if we're going to have a follow-up where we talked about trying to get together today, but our schedule didn't work. So I don't know if we're going to do a Christmas episode at all at this point.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, so we'll just talk about it in some later episodes, maybe. Probably the other podcast.
Maybe when Christmas comes around again.
Well, I mean, yeah. But that is one lesson that I have learned that I'm trying to go with, is up until now, I have waited until we're like at the holiday to try to make holiday episodes. And I guess that was just me thinking, well, it needs to be a holiday theme, so we'll have it around the holiday. And me not being smart enough, apparently, or savvy enough with all this to realize I could record these episodes earlier and just post them on the holidays.
Yeah.
So
tell us all to bring a seasonal shirt.
Yeah. So like, we're going to try to do that this year more. So things that are relevant that we know about ahead of time, we'll try to have. Or also like whenever we're gone for Gen Con. So I'm not sitting there trying to edit all the Gen Con videos at Gen Con and then post them. I'll have other videos just set to go, already lined up. At least that's my plan. We'll see if it actually happens. Don't be a negative.
I didn't say anything.
I know you didn't. But, like, I have the perfect opportunity to test this theory because I've already recorded, like, 8 unboxing videos that I have to edit. Then I can load them up onto YouTube, and then I just tell them the dates and times. So I just have to do the editing part, which are short videos, so it shouldn't take me that long. There will be more unboxings, like I mentioned, the Battletech stuff. Now that I have a setup that I can reasonably use here at the house, I will be doing more Lego building videos. These seem to kind of caught on, but they're going to be bigger sets. Up till now, they've been like the mechs from Star Wars, and it's going to be like the next one's probably going to be the TIE Bomber, which I'm going from like 190 pieces to like 600 pieces. So,
are you showing a stretch of the video where you are arraying your parts by color and size?
No, I do not.
Or are you just dumping the bag out and going?
I just dump the bag out and go.
Truly the raw best experience with building Legos.
Yeah, because I remember the 80s when the bags weren't numbered or anything.
Yeah. It was, hey, you dump everything out, and then you go through the instruction book, and you dig.
Yeah, and like for those of you who don't know, the boxes were actually originally set up so that you could open just the back flap, and then you dump all the parts into the box so you don't lose them, and build from there.
Yep.
Technic sets are still that way, though, I think. I don't know if they ever went to numbered bags. The last big Technic set I built was this giant crane that took me like 6 hours to build. Those bags were not numbered. So, now there's going to be some more of those. And I'm going to do what I've been doing, where I'll talk about the set. Then I'm going to go to the sped up build. But I might also then release it in real time later on, because whenever I did the 3-in-1 recently, Sarah was here, and so we were talking the whole time. So I might go ahead and put that out, because we're conversing. There's stuff to actually listen to and actually see me build in real time. So we're going to do that. There's not a whole lot of us that we can focus on for shorts stuff. Or is that bigger sets? Okay. Yeah, sorry, minor interruption there. So yeah, like I said, it's going to be probably how I've been doing it, where I do the sped up video, and then if I do any kind of real commentary while I'm recording it, then I'll probably make a separate real-time build video.
Just release it all real-time build video.
No, we'll release 2 videos. Chad, remember what I asked you earlier as far as you watch those videos about making YouTube channels?
Yeah.
Okay, well, since you don't know one of the key lessons. Learn how to use the same material to make multiple videos. It's also where I get all the stuff for the shorts, which, by the way, there's not a whole lot we do on shorts. It's usually just like, it's stuff we've been finding at conventions or the super sped up Lego builds. I don't know if we have the comedic capacity to make funny shorts like other people do. So don't look forward to those, because they're probably not coming. Sorry. If they do, though, we'll let you know. But do check out the other shorts, and I'm hoping that we will also get coverage from the Indiana Comic-Con, because we'll be going to that. And then I don't know if there's any other conventions for us on the horizon, There's a horror con in Evansville
Yeah.
that looks like it's a maybe. It's like $20 to get in. Might go to that. Get Danielle Harris's autograph, maybe. She's in Halloween 4 or 5 and the Rob Zombie Halloween 1 and 2. But different characters, though. Yeah, I don't know, Chad. Anything that you're going to want to be doing for the channel here this year?
Honestly, there's a part of me that wants to record a project I got in mind because something from Christmas sparked it. I need to make a filter bucket for a hairbrush spray booth.
Yeah.
Like, actually recording the bits for what I'm doing there and, like, explaining the thought process might be not bad for it. Because part of what I enjoy is the painting with miniatures and hell, just some videos on recording with painting miniatures might go all right.
Yeah, definitely could.
Not just Warhammer stuff, because I have more than just Warhammer stuff.
Yeah, you got Battletech stuff.
I got more than just that.
Don't you have a giant box of RPG figures coupled with a slightly smaller box of RPG figures that we weren't sure we were going to actually get?
Yeah. I also backed the Borderlands board game.
Yeah.
And at the time, I had the money to get all of it. And the same with when Horizon Zero Dawn board game came out on Kickstarter. And the same with The Witcher. I have a lot of miniatures I could paint for videos. I'm already eyeballing another game, so... Well, I've dipped into one a little bit.
Oh, dipped. What?
Marvel... something or other. It's a miniatures game with Marvel. I might have bought the X-Men box set.
Are they kind of chibi looking figures?
No.
Okay.
No, this is...
That's all right.
It's literally had Cyclops, Storm, Beast, and Wolverine.
Okay.
So.
Don't worry about that. Just go ahead and get them all laid out.
I have those assembled but not painted.
Yeah.
So could do painting videos, could do random project videos.
Well, hopefully we'll get one when you finish your current project.
Yeah, hopefully. Because I've been building for Arena Rex.
Yeah.
Because for that game you need an arena and yeah.
It is kind of there in the title, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Technically this table alone would work.
Yeah.
But I decided to go homemade. Carved from foam, if you would.
So, probably continue the random movie videos I've been doing. Building up quite the back catalog of those. Let's see. I'll still be doing book reviews as I read books, but I hit slumps where I just don't read much for a while. And kind of in the middle of one of those right now. I am reading a Battletech book. It's just slow going. Not the book's fault. I just haven't had the will to keep going at it. Same thing with some of the source books there. And, beyond Battletech, I've done book reviews for non-Battletech books and not just sci-fi and fantasy. I've done several real-world topics, and I'll continue those. I read those as well. Then Jim has mentioned wanting to do more as far as video games are concerned. He's talked about trying to stream playing video games. We'll see. Given that at the moment we can't seem to figure out how to actually have someone call in essentially and do this stuff over distance, I think the video game thing is possibly just a little bit farther down the road.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe it's something remarkably simple that I just don't know.
That's another thing I'd like to do for the channel, Bobby, is if we could get together for recording playing board games.
Yes, that is a
or games in general, but we would need to invest a bit more money for some cameras and better microphones and.
Well, maybe. I've been testing with this setup. Like I don't have a microphone here, and I've also done it where I've had the phone over top of the table recording for building the Lego sets, and it seems to pick up everything pretty well. So I don't know if we necessarily need more microphones. I mean, we might. I don't know. But we might need something else like what's holding up the camera right now.
Yeah.
Which is it's like a boom arm. You can't see it obviously because it's attached to the camera. But it's adjustable. I actually got that through Dwarven Forge.
I'm sure you can buy another one from them.
Yeah. What we really need is either one that will go higher, because here's our table. It can go about this far above the table, which isn't far enough to record a board game.
Yeah.
Because the field of vision is pretty limited. So it needs to go higher. Or it needs to have longer arms or something, or it needs to have a different attachment point. And I'm sure they make all these things. It's just that, like everything else, I only have so much time in the day, and that's not my focus at the moment. My focus has just been plowing through the videos, which shouldn't be, but secondary focus is trying to figure out, like I mentioned, how to get people here that aren't here, which I think would solve some of our scheduling problems if everyone could just call in, essentially.
It worked to a point.
Well, I mean, it'd help you, because 3 of us live in one town, but you don't.
It's not that big of a drive, though.
I'm just saying. You got that. Whenever Owen isn't at his dad's, he might be able to from his mom's.
Yeah.
I don't know what her take on that would be. The problem is actually, I think, going to be that I don't think Jim has a laptop. I don't know what kind of webcam he's got. And I don't know if I got a decent webcam or not. I know that we can use our phones as webcams.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it. And they're probably better than the web cameras anyway. But that would allow us to have other people here. Like our fan Brian from Boston. We've met at Gen Con a couple times and keep in contact with him. He's interested in trying to make it. I want to make that so that he can be on here a couple times if he wants to be. From time to time, I should say. Or as frequent as he wants to be, I don't care. It's up to him, I guess. So Brian, let me know down in the comments. Yeah, and so that's a thing I want to be able to do. Plus, there's a couple people we talked about doing interviews with who would be able to do them over distance. Because otherwise, it's like, who's going to be at Gen Con, who has time, things like that.
A lot of the times, if it's who's going to be at Gen Con and are they going to have time, the answer to that second one, if they're at Gen Con already, is no.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's that.
And also, if you're at Gen Con, you got to find a spot quiet enough to record.
Yes, this is very much a problem. If you see our walk around video from, well, not last year, now the year before last, I had to just totally nuke the sound from that because all it was just ruckus all around.
You don't have to play copyrighted music at your booth to keep people from live streaming it or whatever, because there is a pretty hefty din in Dealer's Hall at Gen Con.
Yeah, you saw they actually had the booth for recording in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they actually had like a soundproof booth that I assume you rent is how it works. But and I don't want us walking around. I don't want one of us to have to be carrying around a boom mic like I've seen people doing.
I don't want a boom mic. I want one of those bicycle flags strapped to my backpack. That way people can find me easier.
Ah, okay.
Or I find them.
Makes sense.
Otherwise, a little plow set up in front of me to just herd people out of the way would be nice.
Oh, Chad, me and you, we are the plow.
This is true. First year I went, Bobby, it was literally, Bobby was like, stay close. It was literally, Bobby would go through, make way, and I'd just follow behind.
The Iron Wedge formation.
And then Chris would follow behind me.
Yeah. So, I think those are the only two shows we're probably going to. Um, it's probably going to be next year, but I do want to go to Adepticon. It's close enough. I will have to get a hotel room, but it's close enough that we can just drive to it. And like a lot of the war game and tabletop stuff is shifting to Adepticon.
Yeah.
The big problem is like Adepticon and GaryCon and C2E2 all seem to always be the same weekend. And while it's possible that we could run the gamut and hit all three of those, I don't really know if I want to try that. Because, I mean, they're close proximity. Because I'd like to go to GaryCon also.
Wouldn't be bad going to it.
You know, because, I mean, it's there. It's at the source, the origin point. And it's all D&D. And if Chris and I get way more involved in True Dungeon, I'd like to go to Gamehole Con. Because they have it there, like, half the price.
Yeah, if you talk, if we go to that, I might actually be willing to play it at that point.
Well, my thinking is at that price, it'd be worth playing more than one game of it. So it'd be potentially worth the trip if we could get in. I don't know. 4 might be pushing it. That might be kind of exhausting. But those are the kinds of things we're thinking about. And it'd be great to go to like PAX East or something too. But that's a whole other level of planning and preparation, and we'll actually be seeing if Brian has a couch we can crash on.
Yeah, see, these plans are great, Bobby. I just see one issue with it.
Hang on.
From my side of things.
Hang on. Is this issue represented by rectangular pieces of paper with zeros on it, with a roughly green hue?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's more abstract than that.
Okay.
I get, like, at the moment, 5 weeks off from work if I use the time wisely.
Ah.
And that's split up between the so-called sick time, personal time, and vacation time.
I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit different where I work.
Yeah. See, they give me mine all in one chunk at the start of the year, which is renewed, which means I need to go put in all my important times off for the year.
Yeah.
Gen Con.
Yeah.
That's the one good thing about this, knowing when the convention is, like, and what weekend. I can just pull up the calendar and be like, it's that weekend, I need that weekend off. Put it in. Of course, I also usually take 5 days off straight for Gen Con.
Yeah. That's it's not a bad idea.
Which ends up being 9 days. I'll take off, like, the 5 days I work, and then it's bracketed 2 days on either end.
Yeah. There you go. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think an Adepticon trip is in the cards. Barring, I mean, things can always change. You know, could hit the lottery.
You could.
If I do, there'll probably be a little bit of an upgrade to some of this stuff. Maybe. I don't know. Probably. But yeah.
If he wins the lottery, he's going to get a top hat and a monocle.
Is that one of those, like, I see the videos, people were like, I'm not going to tell anyone, but there'll be signs. Like the one was like a truck hauling a TIE fighter down the highway. But yeah, that's most of what we're going to be focusing on. I can't think of anything else. Chad, can you?
No.
And like I said, hopefully Jim, is wanting to do more stuff in the video game front. He wants to do more like the Tales of Collecting. And there's some other stuff in that front I'm going to be doing, and Chad probably wants to do, because we talked about the other thing, some older Lego sets we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And that'll fall more under Tales of Collecting, that one. The unboxings will continue, the movies, book reviews. I think it's most of what we're going to be doing. I am still trying to figure out how to put movie clips into videos. Now, I don't mean how to edit them in. I know how to do that. It's where to find the movie clips, because searching for that has yielded no results. I have found a few here and there, which I began editing into the things where they're relevant. But by and large, it's very difficult to find these things. I think people are just ripping Blu-rays somehow. And I do not presently have the technology to do that. But if I ever figure that one out, you'll see movie clips so you know what the hell I'm talking about in these movies. Yeah, I think that's about it. Hopefully Sarah will show up in a few of these videos. And
hopefully I'll show up in a few of them.
Hopefully Chad will show up in a few of them. Brandon, my nephew, who's been in a couple videos, was here from San Diego, but we didn't get a chance to record anything. Levi and I recorded a video, and the sound completely crapped out on it. So we're going to record that at some point. That was 2 months ago.
Video content.
Yeah. So, and also solving these little technical issues of the sound crapping out, that is a major priority.
Yep.
Jim and I have talked about that. We're trying to find the solution because so far we've been kind of like cobbling together solutions. And this is we're going to throw money at the problem kind of solution. And if it's going to be that, I want to solve as many problems at once as I can. And solve them for a while. Not like, finding out that I really should have done this instead. But now that we've got the stuff, we can't return it or whatever. You know, that's why I've been trying to read up on all of this as much as I can. And, like, my Google foo must really suck. Because trying to, like, search for any of this is damn near impossible. But anyway, that's where we're going with everything in the coming year. Hopefully, we'll do another update here in a few months if anything changes. The main thing to look forward to in the near future is going to be the beginning of Gen Con stuff. That'll be in the next month or so. But
as a reminder, if you want new shoes broken in for Gen Con for your feet hurt less, you start thinking about it now.
Yeah, we will redo the tips video and we'll get it up in a far more timely manner this year. So, okay. I would like to redo the tips video and get it up in a more timely manner. How about that? All right. But I've kept Chad long enough. I promised him this would be short, and I can already see from the timer that it hasn't been. I apologize, Chad.
You're good.
But I think that's all we got. So let us know, like, was there anything in particular you liked last year, disliked? What are you looking forward to? Yes, the video about the Highlanders is still in the works. I'm getting closer to getting that. For the BattleTech stuff, and that will be the first of some longer videos. But I gotta work on some stuff on formatting, and I've got to take a lot of notes. So that might actually have a script.
Wait, did you actually make note that that's the one that?
Yeah, that's what people wanted. So, you know.
Yeah. Good.
But yeah, because I've been doing shorter lore videos, but I'm going to want this to be a little bit better formatted, and I'm going to have to think it through. And I have a prototype of what I'm going to do with another topic that I've been slowly filming videos for that haven't shown up yet, that I'm going to cobble it all together and Frankenstein it into something. So it'll give me some experience with what I'm trying to do, because I'd like to have a somewhat quality product. But anyway, I'm rambling again. So let us know down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Sharing and commenting on the things that help us grow the channel, and we appreciate it. We appreciate all of you who have subscribed and are following us on whatever you want to call this journey to whatever end it'll come to.
I know what they call this journey, Bobby.
The crazy train?
A meandering journey.
Well, like this one European movie I saw where this train was like possessed by the devil and literally like went off the tracks and through a swamp to kill some people. That's kind of how I feel our conversations go sometimes. If I can find a clip of that, I'm going to put it right here. I probably can't though. But yeah, so that's about all we got. Chad, you got anything?
Not really, no.
All right. Well, there you're going, so Chad can get going. So, folks, we will see you throughout the new year, and Happy New Year's to you.
We'll see you later.